Trujillo, 7-2, third time inside the Fury FC cage, has won both of those fights. Coming off that unanimous decision win over Jacob Silva back in Dallas at Fury FC 69, Michael.
Yeah, we saw him fight in Dallas, which, you know, every time we go to Dallas, the cards just seem to be, you know, just awesome. Every time we're in this venue, it seems like the cards just turn out to be great. But Albert Trujillo is a fan's fighter. You know, at 125 pounds, we've said it the last couple of weeks, Alex, this 125-pound division is stacked with studs, led by the champ right now, Joshua Van.
Oh, yeah. I remember Alberto used to have very heavy wrestling style against Silva, which makes sense, little animals. When he comes to scrap. Would like to see maybe a little bit of Alberto striking in this fight. I think this is a good matchup to see that, and I'm excited to see him back in here.
It's the final moments in before stepping inside the cage is Alberto. He is in, so let's get his opponent out. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Please welcome to the red corner, Anthony Canzano.
Anthony Canzano, second time inside the Fury FC cage, Michael, and bringing in a 7-1 record.
Yeah, I'm at 125 pounds. I'm not exactly sure why his nickname is Fat Tony. I'm gonna wait for him to take his shirt off, see if I see anything that gives it away, but I don't think I'm gonna see it. But, you know, like you said, 7-1. His only loss is by a rear naked choke to Winston Ramos. But he's got a great guillotine choke. He's got heavy hands. He was 6-2 as an amateur, you know, compared to 6-0 that Albert Trujillo was as an amateur. So, you know, both these guys are used to winning fights. Both these guys have a lot of experience, and this is a great co-main event. And I think this, you know, if it's not, it should be a #1 contender fight.
Definitely could mean a lot for both of these guys. You win it. You know, Anthony Canzano now riding that four-fight win streak, 3 of them being finishes. So important to stand out in an already packed feather or flyweight division. We'll see if they can get another big standout win. Either of these guys who look at our tail of the tape for this flyweight bout, brought to you by Sheath Underwear. The height advantage and reach advantage to Anthony Canzano, the 33-year-old, trying to make some noise here in our co-main event. Let's go inside to Wayne for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC flyweight division, and it is your co-main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of DeQueen, Arkansas, he holds a professional record of 7 wins, only 2 losses. This is El Fili Alberto Trujillo. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 125.2 pounds. Fighting out of Greenville, South Carolina, he holds a professional record of 7 wins, only 1 loss. This is Fat Tony, Anthony Canzano. Your referee in charge, Patrick Patlan.
Patrick Patlan gets the co-main event assignment. El Philly taking on Fat Tony. Blue gloves for Trujillo and red for Canzano.
Be interesting to see how Trujillo deals with the height and reach advantage of Canzano. Pretty significant right there. 5-inch height and 5-inch reach advantage. I don't know how that math works, but somehow those 2 numbers added together can be quite a reach.
Kick almost catches Patrick Patlan there.
Notice Canzano just constantly bouncing. He's been sliding out of the way really smooth. Very linear stance.
Alberto's so good at smothering opponents once he gets him down. Did that to Jacob Silva. With the stand-up of Anthony Canzano right now, doing a good job of keeping the distance.
Yeah, very sharp, very explosive. Good job using that momentum to elevate the hips of Trujillo. And now he's having a reshot of himself.
Yeah, Canzano, I was going to say, Canzano doesn't seem to be afraid of the takedown because, you know, anytime you throw kicks, especially without setting them up with a jab or something like that, you're not really scared of the takedown, especially against someone who is known to kind of take it down and, you know, take this fight to the ground.
Fat Tony training out of Revolution Martial Arts for this fight. I'm just going to keep saying Fat Tony to make Michael chuckle a little bit.
Fat Tony hits a nice little body lock drag down.
Fat Tony goes to the mount. Dominant position here for Tony.
He's got a nice little gift wrap. He's about to secure a back take. Trujillo looking to progress in the guard, but it's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah, this is very, very tough. This is very bad for Alberto Trujillo. That gift wrap is really, really tight, Alex, and that's really difficult to get around when their body weight is laying on that elbow.
Yeah, and even if Trujillo is able to capture the leg of Fat Tony, he can't turn into him. So effectively locking himself on bottom. It's tricky. You can undo the gift wrap. You just got to spin all the way away, giving full back exposure. It's like a wrist ride or a leg lace. You can beat him, but you got to turn all the way belly down.
Yeah, and the thing about these 4-ounce gloves, Alex, is when you grab right above where the glove meets the wrist, it's a great handle.
Oh, yeah.
It's really difficult to get that wrist out.
Tony progresses in the mount.
Yep.
You're going to fight those hands. Tony uses his right hand to fight Trujillo's post. All he has to do is scoop that hand off his knee, and he stays in mount. Transitions to mount all the same.
Still doing a good job of getting him back in front of him. Almost back to the guard position, but
tying up those legs.
Canzano ties up the legs, elevates those feet off the ground.
Man, really good work here by Fat Tony. And we'll see what he can do as we go back to the center of the cage.
It's a very casual flurry escape. Tony just kind of backed away, dropped his head. He's making it look easy, but if he zigs when he should zag, that's how you get put to sleep. Yeah, Trujillo picked up on that, so he throws the high kick in the mix just in case he can catch Tony moving his head in the wrong spot.
Oh. Canzano turtled up there and just big flurry. And this is with the big kick now, the front kick from.
Yeah, you can't slip and roll shots like you would in boxing because there's knees and kicks coming at you.
Yeah, we've seen Trujillo a couple times throw the kicks up and throw the knees up as Canzano tries that kind of slip and dip.
Yeah, this is good work out of Trujillo, kind of finding his range.
Ooh.
Good hand placement from Trujillo. There's a nice little left hook over the top there from Fat Tony. Ooh.
Nice body shot there from Alberto Trujillo. A little bit of hesitancy there from Fat Tony.
10 seconds left. Opening round, big knee there.
I'll tell you, about midway through this round, after that exchange on the ground, Trujillo just started coming forward the whole time, had way more success. I don't know if Fat Tony's feeling maybe a little fight fatigue, but once he started taking the back foot, he started getting hit a lot more.
Was that last flurry of about a minute and a half to flip that round around? How do we have it scored?
I mean, Trujillo definitely finished that round as best as he could. That's a tough one to score, honestly. When his back was taken, I'd be curious to see how they score that.
Yeah, I think they would probably give the edge to Anthony Canzano just because I think he landed the better punches, except for in the last 30 seconds of the match or of the round. So, but I do think that there is definitely some things to take away from that first round for Alberto Trujillo that I have a feeling we're going to watch him use His coach is very astute to habits and, you know, especially bad habits. We're looking at it from down here. We see some definite mistakes from Anthony Canzano that could easily be taken advantage of. Let's see if they notice them and kind of how they game plan for that here in the second round.
It was interesting because he started so sharp. I mean, he had bounce, sliding out of range, hit nice little blitz entries. I mean, got taken down, but instantly swept and reshot to a successful takedown of his own.
Ooh.
Maybe Trujillo realized that Canzano's not a huge power puncher, and so he can come forward a bit more, because, I mean, you see the difference in pressuring.
Yeah, and Canzano, he's got to be careful. He is ducking his head down for takedowns, for defense. Just have a feeling if something does come out to haunt him, it may be that.
And he's on this. Trujillo did a good job scrambling up quick.
Oh, big knees now from El Philly.
Nice right hand from Canzano on the break there.
And Alberto Trujillo's striking has really turned up a notch. Wow.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's fighting at will.
He's relentless, just keeps moving forward. Michael, that head every time. That duck.
Some guys are flying knees and some guys are not. I'm not. Some guys are. But if you are, this is exactly what you want. You want a guy who ducks his head forward when he covers.
Yeah, and Canzano maybe the worst I've ever seen at it, you know, as far as habits go. I mean, you know, you see it in a one-off situation where a fighter might take advantage of it, may get lucky, or they may see it once in a while when they do specific things, but that seems to be his go-to defense when he's taking shots is
big elbows to the top.
2 knees, 3 elbows, and some punches. I mean, Trujillo was very effective in that clinch exchange.
Yeah, Trujillo is taking over this second round now.
He has entered that zone, just yelled, letting everybody know that he's in there.
Man, took a little shot to the cup and said, so what?
This man is a savage.
Yeah, Alberto Trujillo is on a roll right now with his striking. He did not want to stop for that little light shot to the cup.
This is the importance of momentum in MMA fights. If you can stay on the front foot, be in charge of the volume, it'd be hard to win that fight against him.
Ooh, man, El Philly is looking for that one opening, that one moment that could end this fight in round 2 for him and potentially get him a title shot against Joshua Van.
I believe the lead leg is a bit compromised of Canzano.
This corner just said, just wrestle here.
As he throws
oh man.
Oh, that shot landed.
That was a hook kick. Yeah, it sure did.
Alberto Trujillo is a man possessed right now. This will negate some of that stand-up for the time being. His wrestling defense has been good.
Strong
Philly.
Strong whizzer there from Trujillo. The whizzer alone saved his back from being exposed and got him back to the feet. That was a good, well-timed double leg there from Canzano.
Yeah, because Trujillo was starting to take this fight over, Alex. That was a great takedown. Even though he didn't get to do much damage there, he stopped taking damage for just a little bit. But I think Trujillo, big shot there.
Oh, man.
Canzano's in trouble here, and he keeps ducking that head.
Oh, could this be enough?
Trujillo should stick with the boxing. It's really his hands that are doing the damage here.
Oh, man.
Gotta love Trujillo.
The facial expressions alone are worth the price of admission.
Yeah, Trujillo taking this fight over here in the second round, winning every exchange so far. Canzano has landed some punches, but man, Trujillo just keeps moving forward. And like we said, Alex, He dropped that head. They've figured it out. They've seen it. Canzano continues to do it, and Trujillo keeps taking advantage of it.
15 seconds left in the round. And we will go to round 3. That was a domination by El Philly, Michael.
Yeah, and Canzano tried to throw up a submission there at the end. Either didn't have the strength or didn't have it in him left to get those legs up and throw up an effective submission attempt. But you see here, Alex, it looks like they saw what we talked about and took advantage of it fully in the second round.
Oh, yeah. It was cool seeing some of these highlights. That was a good calf kick just right below the knee from Trujillo to Canzano. Showed the hook kick from Canzano. It's crafty, it landed, not too much power on it. Those are tricky strikes.
That fight was very, very close to being finished in that last exchange they just showed on the replay.
Look at Alberto, we're just ready. He's pacing, just wanting to get out there. See the different body languages. Canzano up against the cage right now. Trying to collect the last few breaths here before we get round 3 going. Oh.
There we go.
Flying knee to get us going.
I think that was 100% just to try to take advantage of the height advantage there. Just see if maybe they could land something that would slow Trujillo down.
A reach advantage, or disadvantage.
Oh,
that was awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful defense there from Alberto Trujillo.
Cartwheeled out of there.
El Philly is putting on a show right now.
It's a great little scramble from both guys.
Trujillo landed a couple little pop shots there with the elbow and the hands.
Nice little chain wrestling finish there. Trujillo pulled him off the cage, cut angles again, got him down.
Yeah, in this position, Alex, the shorter fighter here is at a little bit of a disadvantage because he is striking distance where those elbows can put some, he can put some meat behind those elbows.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd chanting El Philly. So neither guy, no Houston roots, the rare non-Houston matchup.
Yeah, especially as a co-main event. It just shows you how, they know these guys are the top of the heap there in the 135 division for Fury. No advantage for being a hometown guy here at Fury. Other than you have a couple hundred people here screaming your name whenever they find out you're from Houston.
Alberto Trujillo brought a nice crowd with him, chanting Alberto now.
Nice little cut to pass there from Trujillo. And on a front headlock. Canzano uses it to hit a get up.
Yeah, Trujillo's been very effective since the first round. Trujillo's been very effective with that clinch. Very effective with those knees. And it's mostly because of the way Anthony Canzano kind of defends whenever he's in those striking exchanges.
Man, since round 2, something just clicked for El Philly, and he has found so much confidence. Not that round 1 was, it wasn't like a runaway round or anything, but he definitely didn't look this aggressive in round 1, did El Philly.
No, he picked up about a minute left in round 1, and we were kind of talking about it. Not like too little too late, but I mean, it came on a little later in the round, but man, round 2, he was just all over Canzano, and then round 3, a lot of the same. The round 3 a bit more competitive than round 2.
Alberto Trujillo pouring it on here, landing punch after punch, and again, Canzano putting that head down. And I think, man, I think we're, you know, the only explanation that I can see is that Trujillo figured it out. He figured out kind of what he's doing. Canzano hasn't stopped doing it. He hasn't really changed his game plan or kind of what he's done the whole fight. And I think Trujillo picked up on it, adjusted well, and has taken over this fight from that point on.
That just goes to show, Michael, like in life and in MMA, sometimes you figure it out.
Oh, that's right. Oh, here we go.
He's going to figure out this tap.
Those arms a little bit short to get around there and get behind the head.
This fight was a really fun example of good wrestling with active striking and consistency. Trujillo made a fan out of me in this fight.
Look, you still got 30 seconds left in this fight, but if Alberto holds on and wins this and is potentially awarded the title shot against Joshua Van, that's gonna make for a fun matchup, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Little executioner's choke, 10-finger style guillotine. Really hard to finish those.
10 seconds left. And not backing down is Alberto. If that was me, I would be running around in circles. I don't care, 10 seconds. I don't want to get caught with anything when you know you pretty much have that fight won. And man, what a display by both guys. But the story of the night, El Philly turns it on in rounds 2 and 3. We go to the judges' scorecards here. We look at our round 3 highlights. There was that escape.
That was cool. And a nice little Granby roll there from Canzano. That was cool. Some fun wrestling exchanges there.
Got one more fight left on our main broadcast here on UFC Fight Pass. Title on the line. Peter Caballero taking on Cameron Smotherman for the bantamweight title. Coming up after this decision. And fight fans, if you loved what you saw already, we still have 4 swing bouts left after this broadcast that you can watch on our Fury FC Facebook and YouTube pages. Still got 4 professional fights left, but right now we go inside the cage in just a second. Both fighters make their way to the center, and we get our official decision. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by OnlyFans. With scores of 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, your winner by unanimous decision, El Philly, Alberto Trujillo.
I'm here with your winner, Alberto Trujillo. Alberto, with about a minute left in the first round, it looked like a switch turned on, and you took over the fight and dominated the fight from then on.
Yeah, he's a little bigger, a little stronger, so I figured I'd let him wear himself out, and then I'd take over, as you usually do.
Well, it was a magnificent performance. It was a great game plan. It looked like in the first round that it was exactly that. Like, maybe he was a little bit too big, maybe he was a little bit too strong, but nothing doing. You came back and made it look easy.
Yep, we do what we do, man. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had fun doing it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Well, we can't wait to see you again, Alberto. We look forward to seeing you. Your winner, Alberto Trujillo.
Congratulations to Alberto Trujillo. El Philly with a nice signature win. And we'll see what that means for his future and the future of the flyweight division. But now it's time to determine the future of the bantamweight division. Let's get our first fighter out.
Please welcome to